Hey there, how's it going? Welcome to another Monday stream. Going to be continuing this elf. Sharing my screen really quick. All right. Okay. Just had to share my Facebook stuff really quick. And that is done. Can you guys hear me okay? So you guys, hope everybody had a good weekend. I was just going to continue sculpting on this elf girl. Okay, and her hair, obviously, getting that all done. And I still have a lot of polishing to do. Hey, Neil. Okay. And I just want to continue with this hair. It's a little too much volume happening here. Thanks, Neil. Hey, Neil, later on I'm going to be using the Funky Bunny's curl brush. If you want to get that ready to link, I guess. I don't know what you'd call it. Okay. So is everybody doing good today? Just fine-tuning hairs. I did mess with her face a little bit offline. I was missing some of that appeal. I was trying to find some more appeal. And I need to squeeze her face. Hey, what's up, me? Thanks so much. I'm gonna make up kind of a top for her. I mean, Josh has like lightly sketched in something that's not very recognizable, so I was thinking about just kind of giving her some kind of decorative collar or something, and maybe some elven-looking shoulder pads. Hey, I have not talked about the trailer yet. What do you guys think about that trailer? Crazy, huh? Yep, some cloth stuff. Interesting to play with that. Hey, how's it going? Okay. So I was just kind of looking at her and I'm thinking, well, in the sides of her face a little bit more. And then just kind of spreading those eyes a little bit more apart. Just a tad. How long are you working as an artist? I've been an artist all my life. But as a working in the field, in the industry of game characters, I've been working for about 23 years, something like that. Sounds good, Jose. Hey, what's up, Frank? Then I want to take this higher. And then this higher. A lot higher. Did I finish the dragon? I think I did. Yeah. I just need to render it. Yeah, I finished it. All right, let's see. That's looking better. Too much volume though. Oh yeah, Neil, wasn't that crazy? Super good. Yeah, 23 years. I started back in 1998. How many years is that? 1990, sorry, that's when I graduated from school. How long's it been? 22 years? Okay. What Wolverine, you want to see it? So I'm going to show so I teach a character workshop online. That's what this is, 3D character workshop. And I have a student forum. And I have a top row for this forum. So here's a bunch of characters. There's Neil's character. This Wolverine. I have to show it off. Sorry, Andrea. Check this out. So this was based on a concept from my good friend Matthew Armstrong. Yeah, very cool. Here's the original concept. It wasn't 89. It was 98. I graduated from high school in 89. There you go. No worries. Thanks, making me feel old. Okay, so I'm gonna do an experiment with, I just kind of want to shrink her face a little bit. Like the distance between her nose and her eyes, I feel is a little tiny bit longish here. Okay, so I always say before you experiment, you should save it off. And then what I'm going to do, if you ever want to make big changes, use the pizza boxes. So I want to raise this whole section. Thanks, Shakir. Appreciate it. I'm just going to blur this. And then you turn the pizza boxes on. And this is the selection I want to. I want to move the teeth and this whole face. So I'm just going to squish this a little bit up. Not sure if I like that better or not. Let me try it again. Maybe not so much. Okay, and then I want to stretch this. Sometimes the pizza box doesn't move all my tools. So basically how this works is it respects masking, so you might have some masking on one of your subtools, okay? And let me show you here. So you can see how the hair is kind of it has these lines through it. That basically means that it's not going to be affected, right? So right now, if I move it, everything's going to move except for the things that have that transparency on them. Okay? You like the longer face? I'm going to stretch out the mouth. I just wanted to move the nose up, but I'm going to stretch the mouth back out here in a minute. So say I wanted to move the eyelashes and eyebrows along with this set. You just use the same controls as you use when you're hiding and showing stuff. So Control plus Shift, and you click. See how the eyebrows became solid? And say I didn't want to move the teeth, so I'm going to hit Control Shift, click on the teeth, and they're going to go that transparent look. So now when I move it, the eyebrows are going to move, but the teeth are going to stay there. Okay. But if I masked off something and then I moved it, it's going to respect the masking. So even if you're not on that selected subtool, so if it's not moving something, go all the way back and clear that out. Wondering what character have you done in early 2000? I'm trying to think of what I was working on. I worked on Rogue Spear for the PlayStation 1, and I was working on those characters about that time, I think. It was about the time I was doing that. So, yeah. It was kind of a port, so I was taking other people's characters and reducing them down. That wasn't the funnest thing to do, but necessary. Okay, so I don't want to get the nose this time. Okay, so let's blend this in. And yeah, sure, Cat. Okay, so if I want to clear out all the selection, you can Control Shift drag on the background, like just this green box. See how it flips back and forth? So you can clear it out, making sure nothing is going to move. And then you Control Shift click on the things you want to move, like the teeth and then the head. So nothing else is going to move, just the teeth and the head. And then I can move it down a little bit. So what I want to do is scale it though. I want to scale it from the lips down. Something like that. Even though it's scaling the body, I'm not really paying that much attention to it. Okay. That's a little better, I think. There we go. So now the nose is a little closer to the eyes, and the mouth is stretched vertically somewhat. I want to pull her mouth open. And then I just want to pull her lower lip down a little bit more. Something like that. Whoops. Got to remember to turn those pizza boxes off. Okay, hold on a second. I'm trying to just rotate these teeth up a little bit, not too much. Okay. They're kind of sticking through her lips. Do you ever use nanomesh? I do occasionally when it calls for it. When like with chainmail and stuff, I'll use it. Yeah, I just don't use it often, you know. Hey there, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Because you don't really know how to integrate nanomesh in the Sculptris Pro workflow. Julie Raid, are you guys raiding me? If you are, thank you. So nanomesh with Sculptris Pro, I wouldn't really combine those two things together because nanomesh, I mean you could, but nanomesh is really based off of the polygons that exist. So you want a nice even polygon mesh to start with, and then you can turn on the ignore, you know, perimeters and stuff like that later on. But yeah, I don't know that I would combine those two things. Okay, I'm going to... Hey there, Julie. Oh, nice. Okay, I'm just going to kind of bring that down a little bit in the back. And I'm going to add a curl. So this curl brush I got from... It's another of those Macon hairbrushes. Hey, what's up, Tim? Absolutely. Sculpting is fun. Okay, so the curl brush you can get from Funky Bunnies 3D. I believe, Neil, if you could post a link. It's the same place that I got the Macon hairbrush from. Now I'm using Dylan Eckren's hairbrush today, but I'm sure if you've watched me in the past, you've seen me use the Macon hairbrush. And I'm going to use the Macon curve brush today. So it's loaded right here, this curl brush. You can see all the curls that you can get right here. Is she a little cross-eyed? I mean, she may be. But I'll adjust that after I actually pose her up. Okay, so the curls, she's got 2 of them. And I'm just going to draw them down her head. If I can get it to work. There it goes. Okay, I got to change the stroke modifier. Because by default, it's set to this. So you need to make it flat. And the curls look like this. See how many curls there are? Shakir, I do for my students, my online students. I have a forum and I do Q&A sessions every other week. And that's where I usually do critique sessions and feedback sessions. Okay, so there's a triple curl. Triple curl. That one's interesting. It's kind of the same. Let me try this basic curl. Oops. I might use that one. Double curl's pretty fun. Am I gonna finish it and start something new? Probably not today. I'll probably finish this today, hopefully, fingers crossed, but I'm probably not gonna start something new. Okay, let me try this one. I might just go with that one. Okay. What's your preferred method of creating eyes, painted eyes, or separate iris pupil? It depends on the goal, right? So if the goal is for a 3D print, I prefer sculpted eyes, like kind of what I'm doing now, these sculpted. But if I'm gonna do it for a game character, or I don't know, I've made so many different eyes. Usually my game characters are actually built out eyes, so I'll have the cornea and the iris and the pupil and everything built out. So it just depends, you know, on what the goal is, I guess. Okay, so now that these are there, I'm gonna split them off and then adjust them. Oops. Gotta make sure I'm on the right subtool. I'm doing well, thank you. Yeah, this is live Boolean right now, these eyes. So they're really easy to move around. Okay. Why? Okay, that's why. Just introduce this method in workshop update. Oh yeah, so Ika, did you watch that lesson on Boolean eyes. Okay, let's see. Hello, hello. Thank you very much. I actually, it's funny because I came up with that method as I was doing lessons. I'm like, you know what? I wonder if this would work. And then it did. And you can take them a lot more detailed. This is just a sphere that's being, you know, just a really simple sphere that's being blocked out there. I'm just using the snake hook brush to kind of adjust these. And I think I might get rid of this end little curl. You want access? Just go over to 3dcharacterworkshop.com. You can grab these brushes and this user interface if you want. And there's a link to go check out what the course is all about. You can check that out. Hey, what's up, David? Okay, let me see. I'm going to turn the dynamic subdivisions off. That's why it's going to look crazy there for a minute. Hey, Tenji, how you doing? Okay, so I'm going to go to select lasso and delete that section because I don't want this last curl. I just want it to go into the head right there. Tom, I usually sculpt for 3D print these days. I don't really push it all the way to game character unless I'm specifically doing it. Let's see, auto groups. Cool, David. Sorry, I haven't been able to check it out yet. Sorry about that. Okay. So delete hidden. And then I want to fill this, I want to cap it. Hey, what's up, Ingrid? Okay, so grab the Z modeler. Want an edge and just do bridge edges. Click on one, click on the other one, and there you go. You can hit Control W to put it all in one group and turn dynamic back on, and we have that curl without the extra curl. Sometimes if I plan on rigging it, then I absolutely do, but usually I don't think about the topology until the end. I just try and think about the art at the, you know, at the beginning. Okay, let's see here. Too much. And then we can just use smooth to shrink these down. And then bring the whole thing closer to her head so it's not sticking clear out there. Okay, these would be super hard to 3D print though, that being said. The supports for them would be really difficult to set up. So I might squish them against her head. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. And then I want to kind of want to hang them down so they have gravity. Shorten these. Okay, now I want to add asymmetry just so they're not exactly the same. Well, she's going to be looking to the side when I get her posed, so she's not going to be staring down the hair, you know, but... Okay, did you separate the head from the body to sculpt? No, there's no body in here. I just built the head. Okay, and then I want to do... Let's see. Liking those. Might be too far out here. Great watching me work. Oh, thank you. Okay. I like those. Maybe pull them apart a little bit more. Yeah, that works. Haven't used ZBrush in 10 years. Oh, goodness. Might use some of your videos as a refresher. Awesome. Yeah, that'll get you up to date. 10 years. What was that? ZBrush version 2 or something? 3? Maybe 3. Okay, I want to put some curls coming down her ears as well, just to kind of even he's got some coming out of the back of her hair, which I'll put some there too, but I just kind of like the idea of just a little tiny bit of curl coming out of her hair right here. Oh, come on. These are separate. I'm going to merge these together. Merge, merge, where are you? Did live Boolean make them go away? That's weird. I turn on live Boolean and they go away. Why? I think I messed them up. How do you work with clay brush for blocking on Dynamesh without getting a lot of lumps? Well, I don't use clay brush for blocking. So I use primitive shapes usually. Sometimes I'll use the clay brush for buildup, but not, yeah, not really because of that reason. I'm just going to leave it like this with live Boolean turned off for a moment. Is there a way to merge two edges with ZModeler? Yeah, it's called collapse. So just look for collapse in there. So collapse poly loop right there. See that? Collapse poly loop. And then you can click on it and it'll collapse those together. See that? Simplifies it a little bit. Do it to this one, this one. And then you can slide them around. Are proportions second nature? Do you mentally calculate if anatomy is correct? I never calculate. I'm just hoping, just from my, it sounds super crappy, but just from my previous experience and knowledge and doing so many of these, I guess it becomes second nature. I mean, I'm always looking at relationships and proportions and things like that, but I don't sit and like totally technically measure. All right. It was version 3.5. Yeah, that's a while ago. I was close. Yes, a lot has changed since then. I also need to make this curl in this ear. Need to do a lot to that ear, actually. Let's see. I'm going to use the cloth brush for it. I still don't know why. Oh, it's just not showing. There we go. There we go. It was just hidden. Not a big deal. Okay. So for the curl, this cloth brush isn't just for cloth. And I wanted to say, I want to give a shout out to SK. SK is another streamer on here. He made the original cloth brush, and I did some tweaking to it. But SK is another streamer here on Pixologic Live. You should check out. He does some fantastic anime style figurines. He does broadcast in Japanese, but you can still pick up a lot even if you don't speak Japanese. I watch him occasionally. I got the opportunity to meet him at the ZBrush Summit last year, which I have a story about, an embarrassing story. So, is it Japanese, Aika? Right? Tell me. You'll correct me. You watch him all the time. I don't watch him all the time. What does he broadcast in? Yeah, SK's Japanese. It is, oh, I can never get his name right. Hold on a second. You missed what I said about him? Doesn't he broadcast in Japanese? Like he streams in Japanese, right? On here? Okay, if you want to see the other streamers, just go to ZBrush Live. Just Google ZBrush Live, go to this first one here. And you can see, you can actually watch the streams on here. And you can go to the calendar or presenters. See, I'm streaming right now. It's kind of weird. If I go to presenters, there's me and Ashley and Thomas, Oscar. So if you scroll down, you can see, where is he? Right here. Sakaki Karu, right? Did I say that right? Anyway, he goes by SK, so SK. And he has his own brushes and his own blockout models and things like that. But he just does really fantastic anime style like this stuff. Really nice stuff. And cloth, great cloth. And he did a presentation at ZBrush Live last year. So, close enough. Oh goodness, yeah, it's just me mispronouncing everything. Anyway, super nice guy. Very sharing of his ideas and talents. I'll crank this smooth brush up. Can't get this even. I gotta try it again. Oh, you still have the translation for it? Oh, awesome. I need to check that out again. Because you said the translation for it was just okay. That's gotta be hard to try and translate in real time, you know. But it was a guy that actually worked for Pixologic that was translating for him. I don't know how versed in Japanese he was. It's a great presentation nonetheless. Oh goodness. Okay, I'm gonna hide this. I have some polys that are pinching in here that are kind of working against me. Sometimes I like having the polygons visible so I can actually see what is happening. I'm just trying to push this in. And then pulling this out. I'm not using Flate instead. a really low setting. Might be too low. And might pinch. Sometimes you can control polys with pinch. So I can see that they're pinched a little closer here than here. So I can just kind of continue, and it'll draw those polys together and make an edge. You can see it working there. Whoop. And that'll clean it up, and then you can come back and smooth it out a little bit if you went too much. Looks kind of funny without. She's got a big old head. Holy cow. Sometimes you hide the hair and you're just like, whoa, that's too much. And it's not symmetrical. Okay, let me mirror this back over. Mirror. See that? Ding, 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 ding. Okay, mirror and weld. So this is kind of how you fix asymmetry if you get it off. And see this little cut, this weird cut. So ZBrush will always mirror from screen left to screen right. So what I like to do is turn off symmetry for a moment. So by hitting X, and then I can drag this problem area over to the right. So when I mirror and weld, it'll get stomped. So mirror and weld, see it, and then it fixes it, and then I can smooth it out. Is it weird if I still do the base mesh in Maya? No, that's how I started, because I myself am a polygon modeler. I did polygon modeling for the first 15, 16 years of my career before ZBrush. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with that at all. It's just your comfort level, you know? So I'm going to drag this lip over as well, because it's got doubles and triples going on in there. Let's mirror and weld that again. Okay. Now turn symmetry back on, don't forget. And turn dynamic back on, we're good to go. Now we can edit that head, that giant head. Anyway, making a base mesh in another program and bringing it into ZBrush is not, it's not taboo, right? It's just a different workflow. There's so many workflows, and you're not going to get your hand slapped if you choose one over the other, or you shouldn't. You know, it's use the best tool for the job, the one that's you're most comfortable with. So if you just want to detail out the surface in ZBrush, then by all means do it. Okay. I'm listening to a little Howard Jones today. You guys know Howard Jones? Speaking of 1989. Oops. How do you wrap fiber mesh on a hair design you sculpt? I usually don't. Fiber mesh I'll use very, very seldomly, because fiber mesh does not 3D print very well at all. Well, it doesn't 3D print at all. So I usually avoid fiber mesh unless it's just going to be for a render, because I also don't use fiber mesh for game characters either. But if I'm just rendering something out, then I'll use that. Let me see what song it is right now. It is Natural. It's from the 2018 remaster on Spotify. It's good stuff. Okay, so let's finish the hair on the back of her head, and then we'll put some little squiggles and Get that finished, and then we'll make this bun. I could probably make the bun right now just to get a block in of it. I'm gonna use this appendage brush because it's kind of a stumpy shaped version of that. Grab this. Okay, about like that. And done. Ship it. How do you go about stylized dreadlocks? I actually did some. Basically, what you do with, well, what I did with dreadlocks is just, I would make a sphere and then stretch it out like a big hair shape, and then I would just kind of go in and make it lumpy. I wouldn't get into the details of all the little hairs inside of it, but just the overall larger shapes. I did one that was super stylized. I'm trying to remember how to, I don't have it in my portfolio right now, or I'd show you. Anyway, I just made cylinders and then just softened, not too much different than what I have now. They were kind of like, what's the character on Overwatch that has dreadlocks? Guys, help me out. What's his name? Because they're all just kind of, it's just kind of big cylinders, right? Lucio, yeah, Lucio's dreadlocks. So they're not too refined. They're just kind of simple cylinders. So check out Lucio, and that's how I would do it. Profile's flat from the side. Yeah, it kind of is a little bit. I'm still working on it. I think I'm going to make it a little wider than it is tall. Greetings from Austin. Hey, how's it going, Jose? That's next week, Ika. Yeah, this week. This Friday is the next one. Oh, somebody asking about the curl. Or you're saying you made a spiral loop? Yes, it's every other week right now. Do you have a tutorial on stylized hair like this? I do in my course, yeah. And it's actually using Dylan's hairbrush like this. My watch is telling me to stand up. Stand up. Been sitting too long. Cool, do it. Okay, let's grab Dylan's hairbrush and fill out the rest of this. Where is it? Oh, right there. Yeah, yep, it does. It happens less frequently than it used to. They fixed it, but it's still, you can get spirals here and there. I think I'll need to play with it, Quicks. Yeah, it looks really, really interesting. It's yeah, it looks like it's really usable as far as like sculpting cloth, you know, which is super fun. Because sometimes you don't necessarily want to export your character out to some other crazy cloth program. Sometimes you do, especially if you're going to do realistic characters, but if you're doing stylized characters like I do, then yeah, it's really appealing to me. Uh-oh. No. Gosh dang it. I don't know what's up with that. Okay. I'm gonna ask my kids to hop offline. Stephen Hawking mode. Oh goodness. I'm gonna try and fix this profile. Yeah, it seems to be happening once a stream. I don't know if it's my bandwidth. Before I bought it. It's for sale on ArtStation. If you go check it out over there. There we go. Much better, much better. Thanks for that comment, whoever said her profile's looking flat. Indeed, it was. Sounds better? Okay, yay, we're back. I think I had my wife tell my kids to hop offline. Taking up too much bandwidth. Hey, what's up, Jimmy? My eyes are round, and then I have a sphere that's live booleaned out of there. Okay. Keep getting distracted. Let me see. I'm gonna put I can put some pupils in there. Let me see really quickly. Is your thumbnail view inverted? I don't know what that means. Oh, this up here? Yeah, so you can essentially so yeah. So let me see. Basically how you do that is you just change your color right here to black, and then you go up to preferences and go to thumbnail and change the background to black, and it will make the silhouette turn white and the rest drop out. So okay. Oops. Sorry, I'm trying to get this to work. Work you. There we go. Sorry, I'm just focusing here. Shrink this up so it's not so deep and then push it in. Our eyes look big. Yeah, they are big. They're. I might do like so I can scale these two together. Look at that. Whoa. Need to turn on local symmetry. I would say they're about like that-ish. Anyway, I'd like to start a collection of Disney Infinity figures. Someone in the chat can tell me where I can get them. So there's Disney Infinity Facebook groups where they trade them and sell them. I've seen those before. You can try that. I'm going to pull her eyes back in her head a little bit. Just a little bit. Some are rare. Oh, you got a bunch of Comic-Con, Tenchi? That's cool. Well, thank you so much. Have you ever done a likeness of a real person? Yes, I have. Yeah, I've done a handful of them in my career. I actually did if you guys know Slayer, the band Slayer, I had to do likenesses of that band. Good old Slayer. Am I doing any freelance these days? Yeah, the classes are taking most of my time. I have one freelance project that I cannot talk about, but yeah. Okay, I just want to kind of do this. Okay. Let's finish her hair on the back. I keep getting distracted and keep fiddling with the front. Okay. Let's switch colors back. Grab Dylan's hairbrush. Thank you, Dylan, for making such an awesome brush. I'm going to split this off. Hey, what's up, John? Is this Buffy? No. This is just an elf that my friend Josh Black drew. What's the biggest difference between doing a likeness of a real person and creating character from a concept? Well, you kind of have more flexibility because you get reference from all different directions. And so it's kind of fun to unlock their face is what I like to call it. So I kind of equate it to trying to unlock a safe. You got to try and just dial until it clicks and try to find all the facial features until they click, right? And yeah, it's just trying to find the right feature combination that makes that person. Just crazy. Yeah, this Dylan's hairbrush, you can find it on Gumroad. I believe it's still up there. Okay, let's get this done. Stroke, stroke. Okay, I'm just gonna do that single. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, this is a Wacom Cintiq 27-inch from a couple years ago. No, not this one. When you said you did a likeness of the Vampire Slayer, no, I said I did a likeness of Slayer, like the band Slayer, not Vampire Slayer, just Slayer. I see what you're saying. Okay, I'm gonna do a couple big ones and then some small ones. I'm gonna see if I can. I can't recall where they are. I'd have to go look them up. So I don't. I'd show you, but I'd have to sit and dig for them. Yep, no worries. Yep, just Slayer. So I did 3 different characters for that band. So then I'll make some little curlies coming out of the bottom here. All right. Could you please show how big is an eye for a second? Like how big this eye is? Sure. So if I turn on transparent, it's that big in the head. It's gigantic. And it's crossing in the middle. Yep. Yeah, huge. So the smaller you make the eyes, the more they're gonna bulge, right? They're gonna bulge out of there. How do you know how big to make the eyes, Tim? I just guess. Honestly, I wish there was a magic formula, but I just guess. The larger, as big as I can get them inside the head without them poking out of the sides. Yeah, moonlighting. If you want to go, if you want to see how I sculpted these eyelids, they're on Pixologic's channel, their YouTube channel. You can go watch the episodes back. So this is episode 3 of this one. So this is hour 5. I think I've made her in 5 hours. So you can watch the other 2 episodes previous to this one and see what I did. Yeah. There's a warble in this ear. It's driving me crazy. All right. Jose, I would guess. I don't know. I haven't heard, but I would guess that's what everybody else is doing. So I can only guess. Okay. Let's see. Where are you, Dylan's hairbrush? Okay. Let's see. I know. It's my the ZBrush Summit is kind of my yearly vacation. So it's the time when I get to see all my friends and talk about sculpting, and you know, it's a good time. So I'm pretty bummed that it's not going to happen this year. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to be able to work with this or not. It's usually, when is it usually? Is it September? I'm trying to recall. Yep, September. How long have I been sculpting for? Like in my lifetime or on this model? There's a different answer. Lifetime? Well, I've been 3D modeling since probably 1994 is when I first started 3D modeling, and then sculpting probably the last 6 or 7 years. If I were to guess. Hold on a second. I'm changing up my music, sorry. Okay. Yeah, I've been doing it a couple years. Started looking at your past streams and love the work, looking into buying your workshop. Awesome, that'd be great. Okay, so I'm gonna switch to a different smooth brush called Smooth. It's a new brush. It's not new. It's been. Hey, what's up, Ian? It's a new brush that I've found recently. I've known it was there. I just haven't used it too much. So you can find it in Spotlight if you push comma and then go to brushes and go to smooth. And then there's one called smooth directional right here. And it will change your brush to smooth directional. And then if you hold down smooth and go in the direction of the hair, it will smooth it out without getting rid of those creases. It's really cool. How you been, Ian? You're watching my Baby Yoda. That's just the new workflow that I've been using lately. I actually used it on her. Then I Z-remeshed it. It's because I like Sculptris Pro because you don't run out of geometry. You basically have enough geometry to do what you need to do without running out. With Z-remeshed mesh, it's really possible to run out of geometry when you're trying to do stuff. But that's just one workflow. There's not, it's not like there's one workflow rules them all. Because in my course, I teach them both. I teach Dynamesh workflow. I teach Z-remesher workflow. I teach the Sculptris Pro workflow. I teach them all. And it's whatever you feel like using at the time for your needs, Hey, Kristen, how you doing? I'm doing well, thank you very much. How do I buy this course? You go to my webpage and then here, I'll show you. So just go to 3dcharacterworkshop.com and this is it here. And then just click on this learn more about the workshop. And there you go. This is some of my work right here. And then, you can watch this video and yeah. No one uses Sculptris Pro unless using Snakehook? I use it for everything. It's so versatile. And then I'll end up Z-remeshing it after I'm done for sure, just to clean it up, because it will tend to stay lumpy if you don't. So you want to just clean it up. Okay. It's looking all right. Now for this one, I kind of want to do an asymmetrical single one. let's do, and I'm just using the same one every single time. I'm just adding variety in the size and widths of them. I'm not using any of these others. When I first started, I did one that was broken up into different shapes, but I'm essentially just using one. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Right, I might add a collar on her, or I was looking at some elf concepts, or I might ask Josh to draw something up, you know, just a body for her. I think it'd be kind of cool if she had a big elven bow and some cool elven armor. So, yeah, I'll have to check it out and ask him if he wants to. Okay. I'm turning off symmetry. I'm just gonna run a single down here. Yeah, because, you know, elves, like I know what elves do. Elven armor is typically very ornate, so it'd be really fun to do an ornate piece, you know? Okay, let's see. I don't know that I want what I just made here. I might do it again. Yeah, with all the scroll work and everything, it'd be kind of fun. Okay, I'm gonna hide some of these pieces. Actually, let me do something first. Just gonna auto group these. I just want to get these out of the way so I can draw on a smooth surface without it getting messed up. Yep, ornaments or jewelry. Like I said, you know, I love the ornate, like, elven bows and stuff. They're super cool. Let's see. Whoops. Did I lose my brush? Okay. Interesting, it shows what's underneath after I draw. Yeah, speaking of jewelry, if you guys are interested in, you can make jewelry with ZBrush. And if you're interested in that, I would suggest watching TS Whittleback. I think he streams later tonight, and he does jewelry with ZBrush. Some of the coolest ZBrush jewelry I've ever seen. So check that out if you want to. Stroke. I am gonna make this taper a little bit. Not enough. So this is the taper on the hair. So if I draw it like this, you can see how it's tapering now. That's how you can make it taper. Okay. There we go. Maybe just a little bit longer. Okay. Your work is so beautiful to look at. There was a character for Disney Infinity that you wish you worked on, or did you work on them all? Oh, I didn't work on them all. I worked on 1/5 of them or less. So, because there were a lot. And thank you for the kind words, by the way. I really appreciate it. So let's see. Yeah, if you go to my ArtStation, you can check it out. It's just Shane Olson over on ArtStation. I don't have all of them up there that I worked on. I need to put them all up there. There's some that I messed with that I haven't put up there yet. But a character that I wish that I had worked on that I didn't. I mean, there's a lot of them, but that being said, we had such a good team and they did such a good job on the characters. That I think I mentioned last week that I wish I would have worked on Jack Skellington just because I'm a big fan of it, but Matt Thorup did such a great job on it that I'm glad I didn't, you know. And same with the Tron characters. Both Matt and Brad Bolander, Matt did the female and Brad did the male, and they did such a fantastic job. So I would say I would have loved to have worked on those, but I'm kind of glad I didn't because they look great. Where can I get the content list of your course? I mean, an overview of what you can learn from it. I need to put that on the front page again. I changed the sales page a little bit in kind of a rush, so I didn't show everything. But you know, I can show you the inside of the course right now, just a preview of it, if you want to see it. So this is the library when you first log in, and you click to view the course, and this is what it looks like. So on the left, this is all the content that's in there. So fundamentals and character design, block out, refining, stylized anatomy, clothing, props, hair, posing, rendering, 3D printing, game character. I have industry pro interviews, and even students will provide tutorials, and there's some archive lessons down here. There's just a ton. And then you get like this, I did a student only live stream with this guy right here. And if you click on that, after you get into the course, you get all of these episodes. This is 66 more hours of content than I had when I originally launched the course. So it's, there's a lot of stuff, including Substance Designer or Substance Painter. I go through how to do Substance on here. This is a full game character, retopped, all that stuff. So, and then, like I said, there's live Q&A sessions every other Friday, so you can submit your work for feedback. And there's a lot more that I need to put up here, but because this is a brand new forum. But anyway, that's kind of a preview of what it looks like. Yeah, so hopefully that helps you. Is there an order for figurine Disney? Like, not. I mean, there's Disney Infinity 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0. So there's that order. But as far as like a Pokédex, there's not like a order as far as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's not that. But yeah. Substance. Yeah, Substance is so that lesson actually, that live stream is pretty unique because I had my good friend Brendan Bankston help me out on it because he works at Crystal Dynamics. He's working on that new Marvel game, and he's really good at Substance Painter. And he hopped on and with the students live, and we went over how to texture that character in Substance, and he helped out. It was awesome. And he's another streamer on here if you want to check him out. Like this, again, I say his name is Brendan Bankston. Check his stuff out. If he's a realistic character sculptor. Okay. Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's sort of like Photoshop, but not really. It's there's parts to it. It's interesting because Substance Painter works on a masking system, whereas I say it's not like Photoshop, but you can make Photoshop kind of act like Substance. Yeah, so it's fairly close, but it's got some unique properties for sure. Okay, and I baked the maps from ZBrush to my low resolution in Substance, so I covered that too. Not really like vertex painting. You use maps. I can't really get into it here and now, but you use maps and stuff to do all your painting with. It should be called Substance Material Applier instead of Substance Painter, in my opinion. Okay, I'm going to do some small, I'm just going to focus on this little piece right here. Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna try this multi-thick. Let's turn off the stroke. Let's go the other way, actually. How important is anatomy? Very important. It's the same importance as for realistic characters. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna, let's see. Come on. I don't know why it's not extending. Oh well, I'll just commit it and work with it. Oh, that's why. So just so you guys know, topological and masking, they don't really work very well with each other. So you can either use topological, I can't talk today, or masking, not both. Naji, that is like, it's something you need to find on your own. I hate to say that, but there are some things that you can do to find the appeal in the character, and that's usually get your anatomy correct and get your stylizations correct and your proportions correct. It's like asking how do you play an awesome guitar solo, you know? It's going to take some time to teach, and it's going to take some time to practice and learn and get really good at it. I wish there was like a, oh, you just do this and that's how it works, but unfortunately it doesn't work that way. All right. I'm going to split this off. I'm just adding some more loops to this. What are your thoughts on the 2021 demo? I've covered them already during the stream, but I can say them again. I'm super excited for it. Why? Oh, because live boolean's on, maybe? Yeah, okay. So yeah, I'm super duper excited. I'm excited for the cloth and the new nanomesh stuff, and there's like thickness stuff. Super cool. So I can't wait to give it a go. Make a little kind of curvy heart. Oh goodness. 3D model from a GIF? I guess I missed that one. Okay. Oh, I know what you're saying. Yeah, you can save you can save the model as an image. I think this, I'm not sure if it works. It works in ZBrush Core Mini right now. So you can go grab ZBrush Core Mini for free, and you can sculpt in there and save it as an image file. It's, I don't know, it's voodoo magic. And then you can open it back up. Like you can share that image with someone. And then I don't think it's a GIF though. And then you can share that image with someone that has ZBrush Core Mini, and they can open that model up based off that image. Okay, so now that we have this, let's duplicate it. And I think they're adding that same capability into 2021. Why does this seem weird? Oh, because I didn't have symmetry turned on. You know what? That's okay, because I'm going to turn symmetry back off and duplicate it and use that to my advantage. There we go. Yeah, I don't know how much of that information will get stored in an image file. I don't know, like, if it's gonna like do the equivalent of baking layers. Like, will it squish things? Will it? I don't know. I haven't messed with it, so I would like to test it out and see. That seems like super voodoo magic to me. You tried it in Mini, but it didn't look so good at the time. Like, yep. Like wizards. They are totally wizards. Auto groups. There we go. Like Gandalf. On the 7th day, look to the north, or whatever he says. Oh, it didn't seem to work, huh? Hmm. Just inflating this so it'll work, hopefully. Sent it to a buddy of mine. He couldn't open it in Mini. Oh, weird. I think I'm going to make this one really wide and then do some little strands over the top of it. That's a really easy way to add hair variety. Yeah, I don't have any information on that, Doug. I wish they would tell me, but they're holding it close to their chest, so I don't know what their plans are for the summit this year, but I hope they do something. Whether it's just a bunch of interviews or presentations like they do and do it online this year, I don't know. Hey, mine. Okay, I'll check it out. if I have time, for sure. Okay. Whoa, where'd you go? So if your camera ever starts to behave like this and it just gets completely off and you're trying to zoom around it or rotate around it, to reset that pivot point, all you need to do is just tap on your model somewhere and then it'll start to rotate around the last place you touched. And also make sure you have this local transformations turned on right here, and that will help as well. Looks like a flower or something. Okay. I just want to do a smaller. How's the robot voice? Has it been back? How often is stylized characters in demand? Well, I think a lot of people want stylized characters still, because I still get people reaching out to me and asking if I'm available to do them. So I think there's still, you know, there's a lot of video games and animations, television shows that do stylized characters for sure. Okay, I do think it's a bandwidth issue, honestly, with my internet and my kids. I think I'm gonna go this way with it. I have a robot voice I can turn on.
Does it sound like a robot?
That's my voice changer. Yeah, it's got reverb and all sorts of crap going on. So evil. Yeah, I've been I do some DMing for some D&D games, and it's fun to have a voice changer for different characters. Hey, what's up, Charlie? How you doing? Whoops. All right. Let's see. What's the advantage to using snake hook rather than the move brush when doing this hair? It's more spongy. So you introduce less warbles. Okay. I want to put that in its own. This is what they really look like, which is crazy. So if I turn off dynamic subdivision, these are quite low. You can see they're quite low. You know what? I think I'm just going to do auto groups. That's better. That's easier. There we go. Okay. And I'll do another one on this side. Maybe coming across here to break this up. And they're doing some, they're moving some big boulders outside again, like on the side of my, not on my house, but the neighbor next to it. It is, hair is super time consuming. So I appreciate your patience because it takes a while. That's all I've done this. Well, I did a little bit on the face to this session, but for the most part, it takes a while. What did I do that for? Okay. Can't hear it. It's just a big, yeah, it's bass doesn't carry very much on this microphone. It's very just like boom, 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 boom when they drop all the gravel. So it's not big boulders, it's a bunch of gravel. Hey, comics, thanks. Yeah, that's another time-consuming one, huh? Sometimes you just gotta put on some good music and get lost in whatever you're doing. I want to make it go. Am I back? Oh. Crazy, weird. I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, this is being weird. Sometimes I like topological brush, and sometimes I like to just mask it off like this. Well, like this. Then remember you have to turn topological off to do that. I'm just trying to get it to look like it has some weight. All right. Yeah, I should probably add weight to this one too. But it's kind of difficult and not add warbles. What time we got? 1:30. Not bad, not bad. She's looking a little weird because I don't have live Boolean turned on. Would following one of your streams give you an idea on what your workshop will be like, or are they completely different other than it's a live stream? Yeah, so the first, well, yeah, it's not, there is a mixture of kind of live streaming with my student only live stream in there, the whole Sirloin character. And then the rest is not live except for the Q&A sessions. So the first and second modules are scripted. I'm actually wanting to do those over again because I originally recorded those in ZBrush 4R8, I think. So I just want to update them with some of the new workflows. Even though I have new lessons out there that have that show the new workflows, I just kind of want to show all the new stuff in there. But that's not saying it's not applicable. It's just it could be brought up to the current stuff. So yeah, it's different. There are a few time lapses. I show you how to make Kate is what her name is. It's from No One Lives Forever. And I just walk you through how to make a game character out of her all the way through. Yeah, the hair bun's too big now that I've added all the volume in there. It's quite large now, but I kind of like it. I don't like it that big. I think I might leave it. I'm gonna put a couple curls down the back. I should, okay, yeah. So if you hover over the gizmo, this center yellow square, you'll see it says control to inflate. So if you want to inflate the whole thing at once, you can, like that. Make it thicker or thinner. Yeah, Neil, I need to pose it first. I need to make a bunch of them, like pose a bunch of them. That's what. So I would. That's why I haven't yet, because it's going to take some time to rig him up. Because I would love to get him animated, and then just make a big kind of a cylinder and have them all just like chomping on it and making lumpies out of it. Couple little squiggles. Maybe one more. We do a interesting. Split hidden on there. Look like worms, huh? Little wormies. It's always good to do things in 3s or 5s, not even. Might put 2 more over on this side, do 5 of them or something. There you go, and then one more. And then we should probably add, you want to try and add as much variety as you can too. So you can turn the camera like this and twist them this way. And that way. Thanks so much. Yeah, I could actually. It's not a bad idea. But twisting them, yeah, so it kind of makes them look like they're not too symmetrical. And then I can kind of add some bendiness. Just for some weight. Curls. They look like macaroni or something. Macaroni. I'm not sure if I like those or not. They're kind of a little too macaroni-ish. Like these look a little more natural because they're flats, and these are too like I think I chose the round ones, so I might do them again. You can actually copy the color of polygroups. Also, what are you saying? Yeah, polygroups you can't really. You can copy them inside of ZModeler and paste the color if you want, but I really don't use them for color. I only use them for temporary selection sets. Is what they're meant to be for. Might be cool to see some of them from the side too. So you can kind of see these from the side. It'd be cool if they're like out like this. All right, thanks for hanging out. Just stretch them out here like this for funsies. Maybe that'll flatten them out a little bit. Not so fast. Tried to pick up the color of the skin I sculpted, but polygroups were turned on and I picked up the blue. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, so you can kind of see them from back or from the front a little bit, which is fun. Doug. Yeah, you would. Come here, you. Snip those off. How's my diet going? It's good. It's good. Thanks. I'm trying to my goal weight is what I weighed in high school. So I'm trying to get to that. I don't know if I will, but we'll see. Which was 175. So I don't know if I'll get there. Yep, I've lost 33 pounds so far. And I'm just doing a whole food plant-based, so that's pretty much it. Thanks. I think I'm going to darken these eyelids a little bit. Thanks so much. Oh yeah? No, I don't really go out too much because of the whole pandemic thing. So I've just been getting my stuff on Amazon or local delivery stuff, and we don't have a Trader Joe's too close. I'll have to see. Or a Whole Foods. We have Costco close. You know, Costco has a ton of plant-based stuff. Okay, I'm just going to blend this out a little bit. It's better. I want to add some more red to her cheeks. So, let's see. Smart and Final. I've never heard of that. Any recommendations for first-time freelancer if you have any experience going from 3D modeling in animation or gaming? What kind of advice do I have to give on that? Mainly make sure your portfolio shows exactly what kind of work you want to do and be focused about it. Don't be all over the place. Let's see. And then put your stuff on ArtStation so people can see it and find you. Thanks, David. Okay, why isn't this going? I'm going to change it to a color that's obnoxious just so I can see if it's working. Yeah, okay. Maybe it's just too light of a color. Oh. Let's maybe take it a little bit. All right. There it goes. Just want to get these ears red, or there we go. Kind of fakes that shading a little bit. Okay. And I'm going to put some shading on these teeth too. Just some fake ambient occlusion, just to kind of help it out. Oops, not topological. Too much. There we go. No, it's great. It's super great. I can't wait to try it, actually. Okay, I'm just going to try something here. Pull her head in a bit. That's what she looks like in perspective. Brooks better than Go Z. That's good. That's awesome. Can't wait. Just doing some last minute polish stuff here. Okay. I'm kind of happy how she turned out. Thank you very much. Gonna pull this out away from her head a little bit. Sometimes when I try to export FBX files out of ZBrush, it doesn't work. When I try to import in other 3D programs, try FBX, a different version of it. So see how it says FBX 2014, and you can roll it back. So go to 2014 or 2012. Try those two versions. Sometimes those work better. Yeah, 2012 seems like the most stable as far as working in other programs. So give that a go. Yeah. So I'll have to pose her later and get her eyes looking to her right. So I want to make her upper lip a little bit thicker. Lower lip, yeah. You are welcome, Carl. Thanks for hanging out. Just a bit. That might be too much, but there we go. And then I want to make her lower lip a little bit larger too, and then we'll be done for tonight or today. Neil, usually I'll run the Boolean first. It's a good question. To keep adjusting these teeth because they keep popping through. There we go. And I might shrink the irises down slightly. I'm not sure if I'll do that yet or not, but anyway, yeah, thanks for hanging out with me today, everybody. I think I'll wrap it up a little bit early today because I don't know what else to do other than just kind of keep tweaking on it. Let's do this. Pull her neck down. Make those collarbones. Yeah, and if you want these brushes and this user interface, I give them away for free over on my website, 3dcharacterworkshop.com, and I also teach an online course on how to do characters like this. So if you're interested, check it out over there. And yeah, just like you all, I can't wait for ZBrush 2021. It's going to be awesome. Made her collarbones way too big. Settle those down. You are most welcome. Thanks for hanging out again. Thank you, Neil, for all the posts and links and everything. I really appreciate it. I think sometimes I love that smooth directional, but sometimes I get caught off guard and forget that I have it turned on. Yep, robot says goodbye too. I'm gonna turn the echo down.
Goodbye, everybody. Good night. See you later.
All right. See ya. Bye.